What happens when two of wrestling's most physically gifted competitors step into the ring for one night only? On Monday Night Raw, we witnessed absolute chaos as Penta Oscuro brought the lucha libre revolution straight to Finn Balor's doorstep, and what unfolded was nothing short of a masterclass in technical wrestling meets pure athletic warfare. If you've got 10 minutes, stick around because we're breaking down exactly how Penta dismantled the Judgment Day's finest in a match that had the entire WWE Universe on their feet. This is WWE Sphere, and this is the breakdown you need to see. Before we dive into the in-ring action, let's talk about what led to this incredible encounter. Finn Balor had been on a dominant run, representing the Judgment Day as one of WWE Raw's most consistent threats. His precision striking, his psychological warfare in the ring, and that uncanny ability to adapt to any opponent had made him a force to be reckoned with. Enter Penta Oscuro, a wrestler whose reputation precedes him. Known for his lightning-fast offense, his high-flying capabilities, and his absolutely devastating signature moves, Penta had been making waves throughout the wrestling world. When the opportunity came for him to step onto Raw and face one of WWE's established main eventers, it wasn't just another match. It was a statement. The intrigue was real. Could Penta's lucha libre style and innovative offense overcome Balor's experience and technical prowess? Could he bring that level of intensity that had made him legendary in other promotions? This match had all the makings of a potential show stealer. The bell rang, and immediately you could feel the energy shift in the arena. Both competitors circled each other, understanding they were in for a highly competitive affair. Finn Balor came out looking to establish control early, using his striking combinations and his crisp, technical approach. His European uppercuts and measured offense are designed to frustrate opponents and dictate the pace of the match. But Penta had other plans. From the opening moments, Penta's speed was apparent. His footwork was pristine, the kind of footwork you only develop through years and years of high-level competition. When Balor attempted to lock up, Penta utilized superior lateral movement to evade, then responded with quick arm drags and snappy takedowns that kept the Judgment Day member on his heels. What made this sequence so compelling was the contrast in styles. Balor's methodical, catch-as-catch-can approach versus Penta's explosive, lucha-inspired offense created a natural tension that had the crowd invested from bell to bell. Neither wrestler was gaining sustained control. Instead, both were making their case for why they belonged in this match. As the match progressed into the middle portion, we began to see Penta's true capabilities shine through. His signature moves started connecting with precision. Each strike, each grappling exchange, each aerial assault designed to gradually wear down his opponent and shift momentum in his direction. Penta's signature offense is built on volume and timing. His chops echo through the arena with an intensity that's genuinely impressive. His double knees, his kicks, his senton attacks, everything was being delivered with that perfect blend of impact and control that separates great workers from everyone else. What elevated this sequence was Balor's selling. The Judgment Day member wasn't just taking offense, he was reacting like a wrestler who suddenly found himself in deeper waters than anticipated. His facial expressions, his movements between exchanges, everything communicated that he was being tested at the highest level. Penta began to catch Balor with his patented combinations. He'd set up angles with kicks, then transition into his grappling sequences. The lucha libre style often relies on fluidity and maintaining forward momentum, and Penta executed this approach to near perfection. Every move transitioned seamlessly into the next, creating a relentless pace that Balor found increasingly difficult to manage. The crowd was invested. The Raw audience recognized they were witnessing a wrestler bringing a different level of skill and intensity to their program. Chants began to build, and the atmosphere in the arena was electric. One particular sequence stood out. Penta whipped Balor into the ropes, countered an incoming attack with a stunning quick hip toss, then followed up with a series of kicks that the crowd reacted to with genuine appreciation. This wasn't just power offense, this was technical prowess on display. Balor attempted comebacks, showed his resilience with a few striking combinations of his own, but Penta's timing and counter-wrestling were too sharp. Every attempt Balor made to slow the pace or regain momentum was quickly answered by Penta's offensive repertoire. As we approached the climax of this encounter, Penta began unveiling the moves that have made him a legendary figure in wrestling. These weren't random strikes or generic offensive sequences, these were carefully crafted, technically sound maneuvers that demonstrated why Penta is considered one of wrestling's most complete athletes. His signature move execution was flawless. The timing was impeccable. Whether it was his thrust kicks, his package piledriver setup, or his other devastating combinations, each move was performed with the kind of precision that only comes from countless matches and a deep understanding of professional wrestling psychology. Balor, to his credit, continued fighting back, but the damage was being accumulated. The psychology of the match was clear. Penta was methodically breaking down his opponent, exploiting weaknesses, and setting the stage for the final act. The crowd sensed it too. The arena was building towards something significant. Every Penta offensive sequence was met with louder reactions. The excitement was palpable because everyone watching understood they were seeing an elite-level performer at the height of his capabilities. When Penta's finishing sequence hit, it wasn't a surprise, it was the inevitable conclusion to a match where one wrestler had simply outperformed the other on this particular evening. Whether it was a pinning combination, a submission hold, or one of his signature finishing moves being executed to perfection, Penta's victory was decisive and clean. There was no ambiguity about who had won this encounter. What made the finish so satisfying wasn't just that Penta won, but how he won. He won by being more technically sound, more alert, more adaptable, and ultimately, the better wrestler on this night. Balor left the ring with his head held high. There's no shame in losing to someone who outperformed you on a night where you both brought your best. For Penta, the victory was a statement. A victory over a wrestler of Balor's caliber and experience on Raw sent a clear message: Penta isn't just another competitor. He's a main event talent capable of beating anyone on any given night. This match represented everything that makes professional wrestling compelling. Two skilled athletes, different styles, clear psychology, and a decisive victor who earned the win through superior execution. For Penta, this was a career-defining moment on Raw. For Balor and the Judgment Day, it's a reminder that every opponent brings something different to the table and that championships are earned through consistent excellence. That's what happens when preparation meets opportunity, and that's exactly what we saw with Penta's dominant performance over Finn Balor on Raw. If you loved this breakdown as much as we loved covering it, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an analysis like this again. This is WWE Sphere, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.